Hey guys, how's it going? Steph Davis here with flipthiswholesaler.net, and I am back with another edition of Reader Mail. Tonight's question comes from Aaron, and Aaron writes, Steph, I'm getting ready to make my first offer on an REO, and the listing agent told me I need a proof of funds letter to submit with my offer if I'm making a cash offer. Will a letter from a transactional funding source work? I've heard that most banks will not accept them when making cash offers. Is this true? Any help is appreciated. Thank you, Aaron Belden. This is actually a question that I get asked quite frequently. Aaron, my answer to you is it just depends on the bank that you're dealing with. Some banks, if you're making a cash offer, they're fine with a proof of funds letter from a transactional funding source, and some banks are going to want to see the actual a bank statement from you stating that you have the cash sitting there in your bank account or a line of credit that's ready to go. So it just basically depends on the seller, on the bank. It depends on which one you're dealing with. They all have their own stipulations or guidelines as to what they will or will not accept as proof of funds when you're making a cash offer. So my advice to you is to just go ahead and make the offer and then see what happens. It's really the only way to find out, and it's no big deal. The worst that's going to happen is if they don't accept the letter from a transactional funding source, the worst that's going to happen is that the agent is going to come back to you and say, no, the bank won't accept this as a cash offer. They want to see that you actually have cash. In such a case, you can still make your offer if you don't have the cash. Obviously, you probably don't if you're using a letter from a transactional funding source. You can still make the offer, but you would have to use a financing contingency. So you'd basically be checking the box on the contract that says that your offer is contingent upon you getting financing. And the bank would then treat that as a financed offer. So it's obviously not going to be as strong of an offer as it would be if you're making a cash offer, but you can still make the offer nonetheless. So to answer your question, yes, it is true. There are some banks that if you're making a cash offer, they're not going to accept your proof of funds from a transactional funding source. Some will, some won't, basically. So just go ahead and make the offer. If that's all that you have to work with is the letter from a transactional funding source, you got to do what you got to do, make the offer, and then go from there. If you have to make it as a financed offer, you have to make it as a financed offer. So I hope that answered your question. I know the whole proof of funds issue is kind of a stumbling block for a lot of people. If you guys have any other questions, if I wasn't clear enough in my answer to Aaron, feel free to leave your questions in the comments section, and I will do my best to get back to you. I think that about covers it for tonight. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.